Dubai is sold to the world like a dream. You see the videos everywhere. Million-dollar apartments, supercars outside glass towers, influencers walking through luxury malls, celebrities praising the city like it is the future of modern life. They tell you Dubai is clean, Dubai is safe, Dubai is rich. Dubai is where ambitious people go when they are tired of taxes, crime, and old systems that no longer seem to work. And on the surface, that story is powerful because yes, Dubai can look like paradise. If you are wealthy, well-connected, or already successful, it can feel like the perfect place to live. No income tax, beautiful hotels, beachfront apartments, expensive restaurants, a huge network of entrepreneurs, influencers, investors, and people chasing the same luxury lifestyle. For a certain class of people, Dubai is not just a city, it is a showroom. But that is exactly the problem. Dubai is not just a place, it is an image. And the deeper you look behind that image, the more uncomfortable the truth becomes. Behind the polished skyscrapers, artificial islands, luxury cars, and perfect Instagram videos, there is another Dubai. A Dubai rarely shown in sponsored travel vlogs. A Dubai built on inequality, fragile foundations, migrant labor, strict laws, and a constant need to prove that it belongs among the greatest cities in the world. Dubai was not always this global symbol of wealth. For much of its history, it was a small trading and fishing settlement, known for pearl diving and regional commerce. It did not have the centuries of architecture, culture, and organic growth that shaped cities like London, Paris, Istanbul, or Rome. Dubai's transformation happened fast, very fast. Oil changed everything. When oil wealth entered the region, Dubai and the wider UAE suddenly had money for roads, ports, hospitals, schools, airports, and modern infrastructure. But the leadership understood one important truth. Oil would not last forever. Either the oil would eventually run low, or the world would slowly move away from needing it as much. So the city had to become something else. It had to become a financial hub, a tourism hub, a real estate hub, and a global luxury brand. That is why Dubai started building bigger, taller, stranger, and more expensive projects. The Burj Khalifa, the Palm Islands, the World Islands, giant malls, mega hotels, artificial beaches, record-breaking architecture. These were not just buildings, they were advertisements made of steel, glass, concrete, and sand. Dubai was telling the world, look at us, we are the future. And it worked. Millions of tourists came. Investors arrived, celebrities promoted it, influencers moved there, entrepreneurs started calling it the new dream. For people frustrated with Western cities, Dubai looked like a clean, safe, tax-friendly alternative. But a city cannot survive on image alone. When a place grows this quickly, someone has to do the work. Someone has to build the towers, clean the hotels, drive the taxis, maintain the roads, cook the food, and keep the entire machine running. In Dubai, that burden has largely fallen on migrant workers. A huge percentage of the UAE's population is made up of immigrants. Many come from countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, the Philippines, and parts of Africa. They arrive with hope. They are often promised good wages, stable work, accommodation, and a chance to support their families back home. But for many workers, the reality can be far darker. Some are charged large recruitment fees before they even arrive, trapping them in debt from the beginning. Once they enter the country, their passports may be taken by employers or agents. Even though this practice is widely criticized, their promised wages may be reduced. Their living conditions may be overcrowded, their salaries may be delayed, and because their legal status is often tied to their employer, speaking out can feel dangerous. This is the side of Dubai that tourists rarely see. The workers who build the luxury skyline often live far away from it. While influencers film rooftop pools and golden sunsets, laborers are packed into accommodation camps outside the glamorous center. They are close enough to build the dream, but too far away to enjoy it. That is the contradiction at the heart of Dubai. The city markets itself as a symbol of freedom, ambition, and opportunity. But for many of the people who actually built it, life can feel more like survival. Even some of Dubai's most famous projects reveal this contradiction. Take the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. It is impressive. Nobody can deny that. It became a symbol of what Dubai wanted to be. Bold, rich, impossible to ignore. But even that icon has been surrounded by criticism, from labor concerns during construction to infrastructure challenges after completion. For a building designed to impress the world, even basic systems like sewage became part of the conversation, with trucks reportedly needed to transport waste because the existing network could not fully handle demand at the time. And then there are the artificial islands. The Palm Islands are marketed as engineering wonders, but they also raise serious environmental questions. They required huge amounts of sand and major changes to the coastline. These projects created luxury real estate and private playgrounds for the ultra-rich, but they also disrupted marine ecosystems and require constant maintenance to survive against the sea. The World Islands are an even stronger symbol of Dubai's problem. Designed to look like a map of the world, many of them remained unfinished or underused for years. From above, the idea looks spectacular. On the ground, much of it feels empty, artificial, and fragile. That is the danger of building a city around spectacle. Every project has to be bigger than the last. Every announcement has to sound impossible. Every new development has to grab attention. A fake island, a taller tower, a luxury moon-shaped resort, a new mega mall, a new record, a new headline. But after a while, you have to ask, is this a real vision for the future or just expensive performance art? Dubai's obsession with appearance also shows up in the way nature is treated. The city sits in a harsh desert environment, yet it tries to sell a lifestyle of green lawns, artificial beaches, luxury pools, and climate-controlled comfort that requires enormous resources. This is why comparing Dubai to Singapore is so interesting. Both places became major global hubs. Both are strict, safe, wealthy, and international. Both rely heavily on migrant labor, but they feel fundamentally different. Singapore built much of its identity around long-term planning, public transport, greenery, education, and social order. Dubai, by contrast, often feels more focused on luxury, status, and visual impact. It wants to impress first and explain later. That difference matters, because safety and wealth alone do not make a city great. A city is not great because rich people can wear expensive watches on the beach without fear. A city is great when the people who build it, clean it, serve it, and sustain it are also treated with dignity. Dubai's defenders will say the city is safe, modern, and full of opportunity. And for some people, that is true. If you have money, Dubai can be incredibly comfortable. It is clean. It is efficient. It is visually impressive. There is low street crime, world-class shopping, and a lifestyle that many people genuinely enjoy. But that comfort comes with a price. Strict laws create order, but they also create fear. Public criticism is limited. Speech is controlled. Petty crime may be punished harshly, while powerful institutions and wealthy people often remain protected. For tourists and elites, this creates a feeling of safety. For vulnerable workers, it can create silence. That is the real story. Dubai is not simply a paradise, and it is not simply a nightmare. It is both, depending on who you are. If you arrive with money, status, and options, Dubai might feel like the future. If you arrive in debt, dependent on an employer, and desperate to support your family, that same city can feel like a trap. And that is why the influencer version of Dubai is so misleading. It shows the skyline, but not the workers. It shows the hotels, but not the camps. It shows the beach clubs, but not the debt. It shows the luxury, but not the system underneath it. Dubai is a city built to be seen. Every tower, every island, every gold-covered lobby is part of a message. The message is, this is success. But success built only on appearance is fragile. Dubai may continue growing for decades. It may keep attracting money, tourists, and ambitious people. It may solve some of its problems over time. But the uncomfortable truth remains. Beneath the luxury dream is a city fighting against its own contradictions. It wants to be natural in the desert. It wants to be free under strict control. It wants to be modern while relying on vulnerable labor. It wants to be permanent while building on sand, spectacle, and endless consumption. So before you believe the next video calling Dubai the new dream, look closer. Ask who paid for the dream. Ask who built it. Ask who gets to enjoy it. And ask what happens when the image is no longer enough. Because behind the lights, the towers, and the perfect skyline, Dubai is not just a city of the future. It is a warning about what happens when wealth builds upward, but humanity gets pushed underground. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Would you live in Dubai, or do you think the dream is not what it seems? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Would you ever live in Dubai, or do you think the luxury dream is not what it seems?